Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are at a very extraordinary airport again. Today we are on one of the Channel Islands that there are, you know, the islands between France and England that are owned by England, if that makes sense, I don't know. Yeah, in today's video, we are on the island of Guernsey. And of course, even a small island like this needs its own airport. I mean, obviously there's a lot of tourists coming here, despite its not very large size, but you know, there's still people that want to visit this place. So there's obviously this airport, and guess what? It's called Guernsey Airport. Is it even pronounced Guernsey? It's weird. Whatever. Now, yes, this is probably one of the most interesting international airports that there are, especially in Europe. You know, just when you look at its size. Now, there we go. We are spawned into a plane that typically flies here. This is the ATR-72. This is a very, well, versatile turboprop, if that makes sense. You know, we have talked about the ATRs before. These planes, they don't need a long runway. They are pretty quick, so they're perfect for airports like this and, you know, other regional routes. And actually in the background, we have another ATR with the livery of Origny Airlines, if that is properly pronounced. Probably not. Yeah, Origny Airline is kind of like the flag carrier airline of Guernsey Island. They connect this island with pretty much the whole of Britain, from Bristol to London to Manchester, Southampton. It doesn't matter, they connect this place with all around the country. There's also Blue Islands that flies here that connects this island with all the other Channel Islands that there are, like Jersey. But there's also airlines like Eurowings flying here that connects this island with Dusseldorf in Germany, and I think they fly their Q400s here, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, there is a little bit of traffic here. And yes, you can fly to this place at any time from pretty much all across Europe and especially Britain. Now, talking about flying, let's actually do that. Let's just cheat ourselves onto the runway, which is not very long. Yeah, this small runway, it's really creating a lot of problems for this small airport, but more on that later. A plane that doesn't really struggle with runways like this is obviously the ATR. Again, this is a turboprop. Turboprops, they tend to be able to stop very much quicker, and also taking off is not a big deal in this one. There's a bigger plane that flies here though, regularly, and that is probably going to be the EvoJet, the 95, built by Embraer. Yeah, actually Air Origny, I'm sorry for pronouncing it super wrong. They own one of these planes. I don't have the proper livery again, of course. And they also fly to this plane, but this is the absolute maximum that can fly here properly. Yeah, this plane is like really between small and large. It kind of still is a regional airliner, but it can also be perfectly used as something like a 737. You know, this plane, it does seat 122 people. Now, let's actually perform a very nice smooth butter landing here, of course, as always. You know, I do really like to fly these Embraer planes, so this is a nice opportunity. You know, these are modern and nice, and they can also fly to quite a few places, just like Guernsey Airport. Now, right now, we have no winds going on, which probably is pretty unrealistic. You know, weather up there isn't the best. We're coming in a little hotter and faster than I want to be, but we're looking good. That was not the best landing, honestly. There we go. This plane is quite a quick stopper. It was also kind of built for smaller airports, obviously. And there we go. This was a perfectly fine landing. And yeah, this plane actually flies here every day in real life. They fly to London Gatwick with this one. Now, that is pretty much it when it comes to flying. We cannot really go bigger, right? See, EasyJet, they also had plans to fly here, but unfortunately they only have the A320 series. You know, they have planes like the A321, the A320, and the A319. But in the end, EasyJet decided not to fly here, simply because they were not really comfortable flying their A319s here on a 1,400 meter long runway, even though it would probably be maybe it would actually be a profitable route, right? But let's actually go ahead and double check on EasyJet's routes. Let's try flying somewhat of an A320 here. Yeah, this won't be that much of an issue. Depending on how much the aircraft is actually loaded, operation in even an A320 won't be that much of an issue. I mean, there's crazy pilots that have landed planes like this at much shorter runways. Honestly, I wouldn't be comfortable living down there, you know, beneath all these airliners. Alright, let's go ahead and get this plane touched down on the runway. Oh, it's coming down very quickly. Alright, that plane stalled out very weirdly. The physics are probably not very accurate, but let's just try stopping after this very bad landing. In real life, the nose landing gear would have just fallen apart. Let's just watch that again. I think that is what's considered a dolphin landing. And mishaps like this actually happen quite a lot more often than you might think, especially in general aviation planes. But alright, we have stopped the A320neo. So, take this easy jet. Pussies. Let's just go ahead and try something like a 737 MAX 10. You know, I have to get my daily dose of it. Let's try landing that plane here. The thing is, this one is actually quite a lot bigger than the A320, so, I mean, let's just find out. What kind of liveries do we have here? Of course, no fitting. I mean, we have Ryanair. That's appropriate. Now let's talk numbers a little bit as well. Now, in 2018, oh my god, that was a voice crack. In 2018, Guernsey Airport had over 800,000 passengers, which actually isn't that much. Isn't that what Atlanta has per day? Yeah, this airport, it doesn't really have a lot of passengers. Yeah, and that same year, this airport only had 36,000 aircraft movements. You know, like my local general aviation airport that I fly at has 70,000, just for comparison. Alright, so there's definitely room to grow, but the problem is, this airport can obviously not grow, because it's probably running at a very high capacity already with its little flights that it already has. And again, airlines are struggling to fly here, because you know a lot of airlines, like Ryanair or EasyJet, they only fly 737s or A320s, but no smaller planes than that. And while these planes could theoretically fly here, as we could just see here, the airlines, they are not very comfortable doing so. Because as you can see right here, we have used pretty much the whole runway in this 737. Alright, now let's go a little bit ridiculous. 767. Now we actually have a British airline as well. Let's use this one. I mean, you know, really, just a little runway extension to like 1,700 meters would be definitely enough for A320s and 737s, which would help this airport grow a lot, and the tourism on the island, of course. That would really help, but they're for some reason not doing it. But whatever, let's just go ahead and land our 767 down here. This is gonna be an interesting one. Oh, wow, stop, please, come on. This would be very disappointing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, that was good enough, I guess. Alright, I have to say I was a little fast, which is why I was not even able to flare that much. But even bad landings like this have to be tolerable for, you know, safe operation. And, you know, as you can see, this was kind of tolerated. So this was no problem. A350. I feel like flying that one. Now, this is probably one of the most modern airliners today in the video. Okay, we did use the MAX 10, which is a plane that is not even out yet. This one does need quite a long runway, so, you know. Let's actually switch things up a little bit. Let's actually go into the cabin and try controlling this plane from here, right? So how's it going? Alright, see, that was a perfectly fine takeoff. No worries. There we go, that was a perfectly fine takeoff as well. Let's go ahead and try something bigger then. Let's maybe go ultra long range, 777, maybe. But let's see. There we go, let's put the gear down, by the way. I almost forgot about that one. Ow. Yeah, I'm really not good at landing the 777. Let's see if we are able to stop it here at least. Here we go. We are stopping quite a bit. Let's see if we're stopping enough. All right, come on. We do hear clapping in the background. Let's not disappoint these passengers that just clap for us. Oh, come on, please. Oh, I mean, oh, god damn it. It's close enough, but yeah, not realistic. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.